2019 defense, whatever. And I'm just hoping it's not wasted on quarterback play. And what I was saying about the throw is it looked somewhat open if he fit it in a little better, but he A, should have thrown it earlier, and B, should have looked off the over the top safety just a little bit, and he did none of that. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm hoping it's Russ, because if he did, he was able to read other passing options last year. He wasn't just always going to his one, and so I'm thinking he is just was just a little flustered because if that's
he didn't play any preseason. He hasn't played real football in 6 months.
Yeah.
So you're on Thursday Night Football, all this momentum, everything going into it. I know in his press conference he said, we just treat it like another game, but it wasn't. No, 100th anniversary, all this pressure, and it was a new look Packers defense. So he had no idea what they were going to throw at him, and it's not an excuse because Patrick Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson. They would have let him up, in my opinion. No doubt about it. But Trubisky, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt going forward, but he needs to prove it in Denver. That's the only way he's going to shut anyone up and, regain, Chicago's confidence. But some of these fans are just, good God, they flip-flop so fast. Literally 2 weeks ago, they were like, Trubisky MVP, Trubisky's our guy, 10 God. And then they're like, okay, bring in Chase Daniels. We're drafting quarterback. Yeah. Matt Nagy needs to go. He can't. He can't do anything. He can't play. His play calling's horrific. Yeah. It's ridiculous how many times people flip flop, and I literally had to mute so many people. But I'll tell you what, Green Bay, they're good. I really like their defense. And Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. So, and then Minnesota didn't look bad either. I'm going to give Kirk Cousins, a joke, 98 yards, but. Good Lord, Dalvin Cook healthy? Yeah. It's going to be a tough division. But that's why Trubisky needs to step up now. Yeah. The schedule's only going to get tougher, and that's what happens.
He's got some easy, not necessarily easy, but easier games this beginning of the season than what is going on later in the season. So I'm hoping that he takes advantage of this time where they're this team, they've got a decent defense, but I'm hoping he takes advantage of this time where the team is nothing too special, and he performs and puts up, so he gets momentum going for further into the season and stuff. Because we got the Cowboys, we got the Eagles, we got LA, the Chargers. We have both LA. We just have so much. Yeah. We have so many powerhouses later in the season that just. And here's the thing, though, this season will really tell, because we do have really tough competition. So, and I'm just hoping if he can do it against these teams, he needs to do it against these teams. If I know or not he's going to do it against those, because if he can't do it against these, beatable teams, then I'll be very scared for later in the season.
Definitely. Well, Ben, you and I did our NFC North predictions. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago when we posted. We both obviously had the Bears at 1. I had the Packers at 2. I'm very scared of the Packers. I think they're a good team.
I am after that game.
Yeah, I'm very scared of them. David, did you have a prediction for the NFC North before the season?
I was actually really high on Green Bay. I thought they were going to be tough going into the season, especially with the revamp of the defense. And then Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. Now I kind of messed up. I honestly thought the Bears were just going to come out and just whoop Green Bay, especially at home. I just thought there was going to be a statement. I thought this was going to be the turning of the tide, especially in NFC North, as far as, who it's going to go through. And then Aaron Rodgers, here's the thing. The Packers really didn't win that game. The Bears gave it to them. That's how I see it. And I didn't want to tweet it just because I know how that can look. And I literally had Green Bay people in my mentions, and rightfully so. Like I said, I was very vocal. I thought it was going to be a rout. I thought the Bears were going to make a statement. I thought Trubisky was going to have his, coming out party. And it sucks because it didn't happen, and I got lit up for it. And, thank you, Trubisky, for that. But, man, like I said, I think Green Bay is very tough. But I'm telling you, I think Minnesota, they're with the offensive firepower that they have. I know Kirk Cousins, we joke about it, but he's a good quarterback. If he can perform, in prime time, and he can just perform, at a consistent level – with that defense, that Minnesota's defense isn't that bad. So I think it really is going to be who's quarterback can perform. I think if Trubisky can, take that next step, the Bears have, obviously the advantage, but if he regresses at all, it's going to be a toss-up because, I mean, if you're not know if you're going to get Rex Grossman one game and then, a Tampa Bay game for Mitch. So I think it's going to go, if you want my honest take, I think it's Bears at 11-5. I think Packers 10-6, and I think Minnesota 9-7, and 4-4. I don't even know, man. 4-12 for the Lions. I don't think they win more than 4 or 5 games, especially in the division that they are.
Yeah.
But I think honest prediction is 11-5 for Chicago, 10-6 Green Bay, and then Minnesota at 9-7. But I really think it can go either way. I think, but no team's going to win more than 11 games, in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
and NFC's tough.
Yeah,
I mean, not even just the division.
My prediction before the season was, I mean, I'm a diehard Bears fan.
You say 13?
It was 13-3 for the Bears because of I was optimistic, and they obviously still have a chance to. They've only lost one game. I don't see it happening, but if I had to guess, I would still stay strong with 13-3 just because I made that in the beginning. Not saying I think they will or not, but I definitely would flip my guess. I was saying that Green Bay was going to be the middle of the pack team and the Vikings were going to give us a run. I would flip that. I from what I've seen, the Green Bay looks tougher, and Kirk Cousins doesn't look like anything special again. I mean, he only threw 9 for 98 yards, and he didn't really need to do that much, but he doesn't. To be honest, he doesn't really scare me, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. So I'm going to knock on wood a little bit, but.
Well, I mean, that's the scary thing being the team in the division that doesn't have Aaron Rodgers, because a lot of times the team that wins the division has the best quarterback most of the time. I mean, so when we're sitting here with Mitch and, Minnesota has Kirk Cousins, but they have Adam Thielen, they have Stephon Diggs, they have Kyle Rudolph, Cook, all those guys on offense. And then obviously we got Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and those boys. I mean, it's just, even with the Bears defense, we held them to 10 points and we still lost by a touchdown. I mean, how does that even happen?
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that the Bears, Trubisky and the offense, they probably played their worst game, not just this year, but last year.
That was hard to watch.
By 7, and they only lost by 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a chance to force overtime.
Yeah, that's the thing about that game.
That's probably one of the silver linings. Like, this team played so bad, and they literally lost by 7.
I was going to say, you could say a positive from that. You could say we played so bad, and we were still 7 points away. And I think that is a testament to our defense.
I don't think the Packers, Aaron Rodgers didn't look good either. I mean, his completion percentage was only like 2 or 3 percentage points better than Mitch's.
Yeah.
Which you really wouldn't think by watching the game, because it looked like Mitch was just throwing rubber ducks out of the sidelines the whole game.
I'll tell you what, no team will beat the Bears if they can score 24 points on offense.
100% agree.
No, not a chance.
There's just no way.
I
100% agree. The Bears offense, 21. I want to say 24. Field goal and 3 touchdowns. If the Bears offense can score 24 points, and then the defense can put in, if they can get a pick 6, that's another, that's 31. I just don't think there's a team out there that can beat this Bears defense if the offense is firing on all cylinders. Yeah. It's just impossible.
I agree. And
so, I mean, except for maybe Brady and Belichick. I mean,
they find a way to beat everyone.
They're looking so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they speaking of Brady and Belichick, I mean, they could be losing. I mean, they obviously played fine without Antonio, but everyone was saying they were going to be better, but he might not even playing at all this season.
I don't think they need him. I think that's
no, they don't. They don't need him, and they shouldn't have him on the team because I really think he'll just cause problems. But I don't want to even. I just want
like Golden State getting Kevin Durant. I mean, it's a little different, obviously, basketball. But, I mean, Golden State didn't need Kevin Durant. The Patriots definitely don't need Antonio Brown.
No.
So.
And Kevin Durant is a good guy and everything. Antonio Brown is a cancer.
Well, did you see that new stuff yesterday? I mean, hello.
Yeah, I mean the guy could be going to jail possibly.
No, it's just a civil suit. He's getting sued.
Okay.
No
that's a tough look though for sure.
Yeah,
he can't stay out of the news. So
no, literally the guy refuses to not be a headline. I mean, it's unbelievable. But
we've been talking all about Mitch. I kind of want to ask you guys, how do we get more balance in the offense? Because I'm pretty sure our running backs literally had like 15 carries throughout the whole game. Montgomery had like 6. I mean, how do we get more balance
7,
but 6 or 7, whatever. I mean, how do the Bears work the run into the offense to kind of take some pressure off of Mitch? I mean, there obviously wasn't a lot of room to run in that game, and I mean, it was really just a weird game. But like, how do the Bears incorporate Montgomery, Davis? I mean, make Tariq Cohen make some plays because he didn't really do much.
He didn't carry the ball once.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. He only was a receiver. What do you?
Yeah, how do we get more balance? I mean,
I mean, I think it's very simple. I love Mike Davis. He's a good back. You can give him 5 to 10 carries a game, take the load off Montgomery. But if the Bears want to, help Mitch, give him some play action ability.
He looked fantastic in play action.
Which is huge. Yes, exactly. It's huge for Trubisky. And he's very good when he gets that settled, especially when you had Jordan Howard. Last year you saw glimpses of it. But when you bring in David Montgomery, give this guy the ball 15 to 25 times and see how much of a boost that's going to give Trubisky. Yeah. And then don't forget about Cohen. Cohen is a receiver as well. But give him the ball 10 to 15 times, whether that's just receptions, targets, or even handing the ball off. Yeah. But I think Montgomery, you got to ride this kid. He's special, man. Yeah. He literally got the ball a couple times last week, and almost every single time he made people miss. He got a first down, which was unbelievable. He broke a tackle, twisted his body, kept his balance, and fought for 4 yards. Yeah. I mean, this kid, feed him the ball.
Yeah, there's a reason he had the most missed tackles or broken tackles or something about missed tackles in all of running backs in college football, because the guy is unbelievable at getting extra yards and everything. And you could see in that run, like you said, he was going to the ground. He made him stay up for another 5 yards, got the first down. I mean, there were so many runs where I'm like, oh, he's going for what the heck just happened? I thought he was losing 5 yards, and he just ended up getting a gain. And yeah, I completely agreed. Feed the kid the ball. And Mitch, another thing about Mitch's game, Mitch threw the ball 30 plus times. That can't happen anymore.
45 times.
It was 45.
Are you serious?
It was 45. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that can't happen. That even when Aaron Rodgers throws a ball plus 35 times, his numbers go down. You cannot have a still learning quarterback be throwing the ball 45 times. We need to get Mitch no more than 30 throws a game. I would honestly prefer 20 to 25 times a game. Or
that's preferable. That means the Bears are doing well if he's only throwing it that much.
And it's honestly. I hope they I think Matt Nagy learned his lesson at least, because as far as playing, calling run plays, it's a simple fix of just literally calling run plays more.
For sure.
So I think he learned his lesson. All right, this kid's pretty good. I'm going to hand David the ball.
Please give him the ball. You saw what Oakland did with Josh Jacobs. He had 23 carries.
Yeah.
I'm not a head coach. I have no idea, how to run an offense. But when you go into the first game of the season, your quarterback didn't play a snap in preseason. You're going against a whole different look in Green Bay's defense. I just don't understand how you don't help the kid out by just running the ball. He's not Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Even Patrick Mahomes didn't throw the ball 45 times. He established a run game, some play action with LaShawn McCoy, which is a great pickup for them. I don't know how they got him so cheap.
Really.
But that aside, I just don't understand how you don't establish a run game, help Mitch out, throw the ball 25, 30 times maybe, and just give Montgomery, give Tariq Cohen the ball, Mike Davis. It blows my mind. It's definitely a hiccup on Matt Nagy's part, but thankfully they still had a chance to win the game. And I expect a total different game plan coming out in Denver. I hope they get the run game, started early, and then that's just going to open up, avenues for Mitch to, be successful. So
yeah, and I'm hoping their game plan. We saw he threw to Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson looked good. I wasn't really worried about him. I just want to see. I want to see what they call the Trojan. I want to see Cordero Patterson more, and I want to see Montgomery, and I want to see Cohen more. I know it's obvious, but we have so many weapons on offense, and this is the first time in my lifetime watching the Bears where I'm like, who do we throw to or who do we run to, because we have so many. I'm so used to Cutler throwing to Earl Bennett or Devin Aromashadu, not having Taylor Gabriel, Allen Robinson, Anthony Miller, Riley Ridley, and then he's got it running back Dave Montgomery and all these guys. I just want you to, and I really, honest to God, I really want to see Cordero Patterson, or however you pronounce his name, more, because obviously Montgomery, but because Cordero Patterson is the Swiss Army knife, and I think he can be so useful. And Matt Nagy loves a fancy, cool, innovative offense, and I think Cordero Patterson and Tariq are we've seen what Tariq can do in his offense, and I think if you plug Cordero in there, it'll be unbelievable. And
that's what was so disappointing about it. I feel like Matt Nagy is so lazy with the play calling. There was Mm-hmm. It was just literally just Mitch looking around, staring at one guy, and then throwing it. And obviously a lot of them were incomplete. Yeah. I mean, it was